I've got your attendance 13 or 14, but nowadays you are only 10% or 9% remain connected. Your attendance is please do not make noise, okay? Some of the voices are making noise. So can anyone please tell me if there is any problem? After the topics I have explained, I have covered. Anybody have any problem in any topics? Okay, if you have any problem, then please tell me. Okay, if you have any problem, then I will repeat that topic. Or is Sujan? Sujan, have any problem in any topic? Sayyid, Sayyidul Islam.
স্যার তো গত ক্লাসে তো আমি ছিলাম না স্যার, তো কতটুকু পড়াইছেন সেটাও জানি না, দেখতে পারি নাই। স্যার গত ক্লাসে ভিডিও মনে আপলোড দেন নাই?
এখনো দেওয়া হয় নাই। আচ্ছা দিয়ে দেবো আজকে। সাইদুল
স্যার দেখছি স্যার মোটামুটি আর কি আছে, কিন্তু স্যার একটু স্যার ভালো করে দেখে তারপর স্যার আমি জিজ্ঞাসা করব।
ওকে okay, actually the syllabus contents of this course is huge, so we should continue, okay, so that we can cover maximum of our courses, because of this course is very important to you. Fundamentals of communication engineering is a core subject of electrical engineering. Okay, you cannot in every exam, okay, in every government exam or in every entrance exam, you will get your question from the communication part, so it's very important. Try to concentrate on my lecture. Okay, let's start. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, actually in Susan, last class I have explained, we have analyzed the equation of amplitude modulated wave. That means we know that in the amplitude modulated wave, finally we have got a equation. There are three parts, right? That means in the amplitude modulation wave, there are three parts finally. We have got this equation. Okay, in the amplitude modulation, finally we have got this equation. There are three frequencies and two amplitudes. Okay, do you know what is the active power consumption in an electrical circuit? The active power consumption in an electrical circuit depends on the voltage, RMS voltage, and the active resistance of that circuit. That means whenever you want to calculate the power consumption across any load, you have to there is a formula. That means P is equal to V square divided by R. That means V is the voltage drop across that resistor and R is the resistance of that resistor. So by using this formula, P is equal to V square by R, you can get your active power consumption of any electrical circuit. So similarly, whenever you want to transmit an electrical signal, that means whenever we transmit our amplitude modulated wave by using an antenna, you have to use the electrical circuit. That is this VGT transistor. You see transistor A modulator. That means transistor A modulator. We will not study about transistor A modulator. We will just see it in the lab whenever we will do laboratory. Okay. So this circuit is basically used for your amplitude modulation. You see, there are two inputs. One is the signal ES input, another will be carrier input. Okay, this one is your ES input. This one is your carrier input. So after getting your audio signal input here, your carrier signal input here, finally you will get output from this one, and it will look like this shape. That means after mixing your carrier signal and audio signal, you will get the amplitude modulated wave here. We will not discuss this circuit, but I'm just telling you because this just that is amplitude modulator is nothing, just a electrical circuit. So in an electrical circuit, there must be power consumption. It's, you see, plus VCC. That means there must be a power consumption. So today we will discuss how much power is consumed for a carrier wave and how much power is consumed for our OD wave, or in other words, that means what is the power content in the amplitude modulated wave? What is the power content in the amplitude modulated wave? Or in other words, you can say you have to transmit this signal by using an antenna. So how much power you needed? How much power you needed for transmitting a carrier signal and how much power needed for transmitting sideband signal? Because when analyzing the amplitude modulated wave, we have shown that there are three frequencies. That means one is upper sideband frequency, one is lower sideband frequency, and another one is center frequency. And there are two amplitudes. One is EC and another one is MEC by 2. So see, there are three pairs. That means there are two pairs actually: carrier signal and the sideband frequency, or carrier frequency and the sideband frequency. So we will need separate powers for transmitting our carrier portion and transmitting our sideband portion. So today we will observe how much power is needed for transmitting our AM wave by using an antenna. See, power in AM wave. Okay, that means in the equation of your amplitude modulated wave, the first part was EC cos omega ct. That means net EC is the amplitude of your carrier wave. But we know that means peak value and the RMS value, because any voltage level has two values. You can say peak value and the RMS value. Whenever we deal with the power level or any other in our normal ordinary concept or in our normal calculation, we will always deal with the RMS value. So we must divide your EC by √2 for getting your RMS value. So EC by √2, you see here, okay. EC by √2 is the RMS value of your, that means RMS voltage of your carrier signal. EC by √2 is the RMS value of your carrier signal. So RMS value EC by √2 whole square divided by R will be your, so EC divided by √2 whole square by R is the power consumed in the circuit. That means this power will be consumed for your carrier signal in the circuit. That means you will need EC square by twice R. You will need EC square by twice R amount of power for transmitting your carrier signal using that circuit. Also, there are other pulses in the equation. There are sideband frequencies, okay, and that sideband frequencies have an amplitude of MEC by 2. MEC by 2 is the amplitude of your sideband frequencies. So what will be the RMS value of your sideband frequencies? MEC by √2. MEC by 2 by MEC by 2 into √2. Okay, that means here MEC divided by 2 √2 is the RMS value of your sideband frequencies. So RMS value is square divided by R is the power consumed in one sideband. Again, same power. That means MEC by 2 √2 whole square divided by R will be the power consumed in another sideband. That means there are two same thing. That means this one and this one is same because you have two similar sidebands. You have two similar sidebands, upper sideband and lower sideband. So the total power of sidebands is this one. Whenever you add this one and this one, you will get M square for EC square by 4R. That means this amount of power will be required for transmit your sideband frequencies using an antenna. Or in other words, you can say this amount of power is contained in the sideband frequencies. So you see, in every time, so you see, we have divided our EC by √2. Here, MEC by 2 is divided by √2 because this all EC, MEC by 2 is all our peak value, but we have to deal with our RMS value. So for getting our RMS value from the peak value, we have to divide by √2. And here M, you see, M is nothing but the modulation factor because M is nothing but the modulation factor. How much you modulate your carrier wave by the audio signal. This M is the modulation factor. So this is the separate carrier power of AM wave. This is the separate total sideband power of an AM wave. So what will be the total power? Total power of an AM wave will be carrier power plus the total sideband power. So whenever you add this EC square by twice R plus ME square EC square by 4R, it will look like this equation. That means you see the total power of AM wave will be PT is equal to PC plus PS, and we know PC is equal to EC square by 2SR, and PS is equal to ME square EC square by 4R. So you have to add these two, this one and this one. That means you have to add equation 1 and equation 2 for getting total PT. So after adding, the total P2 will be this one, EC square 2SR 2 plus M square by 2. That means this one is the total power contained in the AM wave. That means after modulation, after modulating, after mixing of audio signal and carrier signal, we will get our AM wave. And what will be the power contained in that AM wave? The total power contained in the AM wave will be in this form. Okay, it solely depends in the modulation factor. You see, it depends on the modulation factor, and it depends on the carrier signal amplitude and the resistance of that circuit. Or in other words, you can say you need this amount of power, you need this amount of power for transmitting your total AM wave. So you get three equations. Equation 1, PC is equal to PC is equal to something, and you get equation 2, PS is equal to something, and finally you get equation 3, PT is equal to something. So whenever you divide your equation 2 by 3, that means you get your equation 3 here, and you get your equation 2 here. You see 2 here. So whenever you divide your equation 2 by 3, you will get this type of format, that is M square 2 plus M square. In other words, you see PS divided by PT is equal to M square 2 plus M square. It's just you have to know this type of equation, okay? Because for solving mathematical problem in any exams, okay, in any government exams in Bangladesh, they speak. I don't know what about your country in Somalia, but in any exam, this a mathematical problem may come in your question paper whenever you want to use, whenever you have to use this type of equation. Okay, in other words, if you say PS is equal to PS is equal to PT, you can say PS is equal to M square divided by 2 plus M square multiplied by PT, right? So you will see the total power of the AM wave will be contained, most of the power of AM wave will be contained in the carrier wave, okay? Because the sideband power wave is very less. The sideband power will be very less. You see from this equation, if I write PS is equal to M square divided by 2 plus M square multiplied by PT, so when M is equal to 0, the power carried by sideband will be 0. That means whenever M is equal to 0 means there will be no modulation. M0 means there is no modulation. Okay, that means the amplitude of the audio signal is 0. At the time there will be no sideband frequencies because no modulation, only carrier signal. So the total power of AM wave will be the total power of carrier wave. So at the time the total power of AM wave will be contained in the carrier wave. So that's why when M is equal to 0, the power carried by sidebands will be 0. You can find the power of sideband from this equation. Just put the value of M here. Okay, so whenever M equal to 0.5, whenever M equal to 0.5, see, at the time you can find the value of PS by placing here 0.5. That means 0.5 whole square, 2 plus 0.5 whole square multiplied by PT. So this one is 11.1%. That means whenever M is equal to 0.5, this modulation factor is equal to 0.5. At the time, the total power contained in the sideband will be 11.1% of the total power of AM wave. That means you see that only 11.1% of the total power of AM wave is sideband. The left 88.9% of power will be contained in the carrier wave. So also see when the M is equal to 1, that means the critical modulation. Okay, when the amplitude of audio signal and the amplitude of carrier signal is same, at the time it would be critical modulation, and M is equal to 1. At the time, what will you see? 1 square, 2 plus 1 square, so 33.3% of total power of AM wave. That means whenever you modulate a signal, carrier signal critically, at the time the AM wave, at the time in the AM wave, the total power of sideband frequencies or the total sideband power will be only 33.3% of the total power of AM wave. So the left 66.7% of power will be the carrier power. That means my summary is to tell you the total power in the AM wave, most of the power is contained in the carrier power, only a very less amount of power is contained in the sideband power. So also you can get another formula. That means you know already in the previous pages, PC is equal to this one and PS is equal to this one. So if you divide your PS by PC, you can get this formula. That means you can say your sideband power will be half of M square PC. Okay, PC means the sideband power. S is sideband by power. Again, PC is the carrier power. C is the carrier. P is the power. So your side total sideband power. You see your total sideband power. Total sideband power means the sideband power of upper sideband power plus lower sideband power. So total sideband power will be half of M square PC. Okay, you have to know this type these equations. That means basically you have to know these three equations. This one equation you have to know this one equation number 4, and finally this one equation number 5, or you can derive this one if you understand well. Okay, so far we have completed our amplitude modulation. Okay, we have completed our amplitude modulation, but amplitude modulation has some limitations or has some disadvantages regarding other modulations, because in the very first class I have told you basically there are three analog modulation techniques: amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation. But we have already completed our amplitude modulation. Okay, so if we can transmit our audio signal by amplitude modulation, so why will study frequency modulation or phase modulation? Because every modulation technique has some advantages and disadvantages. So based on this, in most of the broadcasting stations, okay, in most of the FM radio stations, they will use frequency modulation or FM modulation. Frequency modulation or FM modulation, they do not use amplitude modulation. So why they do not use amplitude modulation? Because amplitude modulation has some very critical disadvantages. First one is noisy reception. Uh, we know, because there may be man-made noise, there may be natural noise, so it doesn't matter whatever the noises, whatever the nature of the noises, but most of the electrical noise hampers the amplitude of an electrical signal. Okay, that means most of the electrical signal hampers the amplitude of an electrical signal. So in the amplitude modulation, we have vary the amplitude of carrier signal with respect to the amplitude of audio signal. So that means there is a variations of amplitude of carrier signal. So if there is any electrical noise, so for that noise, your amplitude may also vary. So you will do not understand in the receiving part. That means which portion of variation of amplitude occurs due to the electrical noise. Because as in the amplitude modulation, there is a amplitude variation is in according to theory. Also electrical noise hampers its amplitude, so you will not understand which portion of your variation of amplitude occurs due to the noise. So that's why there is a noise tendency is more in amplitude modulation. Also low efficiency, because I have already showed you the total power of an AM wave mostly contained in the carrier wave. Okay, mostly contained in the carrier wave, and the very less amount of power is contained in the sideband wave. But our information, that means our audio signal information, the signal we want to transmit in the receiving end from the transmission end, it contained in the sideband frequencies. That means our main target is to transmit our sideband frequencies, because only information is in the sideband frequencies, but the sideband frequencies is only less, and the carrier signal has a mass power. So there should be low efficiency, because you have to transmit more power for the carrier power, but as there is no there is no useful of transmitting carrier signal. And another one is small operating range, as due to the low power of your sideband frequencies, you cannot transmit it at a larger distance, because the signal will decay and it will finally becomes to zero, decay to zero after going a further distances. Also the lack of audio quality. This is a distinctive disadvantage of amplitude modulation. Okay, that means in order to attain high fidelity reception, all audio frequencies, that means our audio frequencies, that means we are talking. Okay, these frequencies ranges from I have already told you, from 300 hertz to 3400 hertz. It may be up to 15 kilohertz, maybe. Okay, And I have already showed you the bandwidth required for a, or the bandwidth of an amplitude modulated wave is twice the frequency of the audio signal. That means if there is any frequency of 15 kilohertz audio signal, that means you must be demodulate this signal in the receiving end. So you will need a bandwidth of 30 kilohertz because you need a, because we know that because the bandwidth of amplitude modulation is twice the frequency of our audio signal. So whenever a audio signal 15 kilohertz is modulated and transmitted in the receiving end, your bandwidth should be required as 30 kilohertz because 2015 30 kilohertz. But in most of the amplitude modulated broadcasting stations, the bandwidth is fixed for 10 kilohertz in order to minimize the interference with the various broadcasting stations. Interference means suppose there are 5 or 6 broadcasting stations and they all use amplitude modulation. Okay, so their signals may be interrupted. Their signals, all of those signals may be interrupted to other signals. So that's why, so that there is no interference. That means there is no mixing of signals. That mixing of signals in terms of sound becomes interference. So for avoiding interference of the broadcasting stations, the bandwidth for amplitude modulated wave is fixed at 10 kilohertz. So you can only demodulate perfectly a signal, audio signal of 5 kilohertz only by using amplitude modulation. So this is the basic disadvantages of amplitude modulation. So for this reason, frequency modulation is better with respect to your amplitude modulation. Okay, there are some mathematical problem. You can solve it by yourself because this is very easy. Okay, you have to just remember the formula. Okay, we have already showed you the total sideband power PS will be equal to half m square PC. So your PC is given, m is given, so everything is given. You can get your PC. You see a carrier wave of 500 watts. That means PC is the 500 watts is subjected to a 100% amplitude modulation. 100% amplitude modulation means your modulation factor is here only 1. So determine the power in sidebands, power of modulated wave. Power in sideband means only PS, and power of modulated wave means the total power. That means PT is equal to PC plus PS. Similarly, this one also you can solve it. Okay, very easy. A 50 kilowatt carrier is to be modulated to a level of 80%. That means 80% means your modulation factor is 0.8. So what will be your total sideband power? Half m square PC. That means m square means 0.8 and PC is given here. So you can calculate. You have to observe. You have to solve this math. Okay, yourself. Okay, an important math. See, the load current in the transmitting antenna of an unmodulated AM transmitter is 8 ampere. What will be the antenna current when modulation is 40%? Observe it carefully. The load current in the transmitting antenna of an unmodulated AM transmitter is 8 ampere. What will be the antenna current when modulation is 40%? That means this math asks you to determine the antenna current when the signal will be modulated. That means if you want to transmit a carrier signal, okay, just carrier signal without modulation. If you want to transmit your carrier signal without modulation, you must need an antenna. That means you must need a transmitting circuit. Okay, so at the time without modulation, whenever you want to transmit your carrier signal, your antenna current will be 8 ampere. You see, the load current in the transmitting antenna of an unmodulated wave transmitter is 8 ampere. So what will be the antenna current when modulation is 40%? So without modulation, your antenna current will be 8 ampere, but what will be the antenna current when you will modulate a signal and transmit it using that antenna? And the modulation is 40%. That means your M is 0.4. So you know this equation, PS is equal to half M square PC. And also you know this equation, PT is equal to PC 1 plus M square by 2. Okay. So from this one also, from this one, PT is equal to PC, you can say PT by PC. You can write down this one, PT by PC is equal to 1 plus M square by 2. And you know PT is the power contained in the total AM wave, and PC is the power contained in the total, in the power contained in the only in the carrier wave. you also know the power is equal to I square R, right? That means the power has three equations. One is the I square R, another one is the B square by R, another one is BI. So here PT is equal to, we can also write I square by R. I square means here IT, that means total total the power total power, and IC is only carrier power, carrier current. Okay, that means I is the current total current of the total AM wave after when modulated, and IC is the current of the carrier wave without modulation. And IC is given already because IC is the 8 ampere. Here you see the load current in the transmitting antenna of an unmodulated AM transmitter is 8 ampere. That means without modulation your load current is 8 ampere. That means this 8 ampere is your IC, and you have to calculate your IT. This IT is the antenna current after 40% modulation. That means what will be your antenna current if you want to transmit a signal after 40% modulation, and you have given only your carrier current, that is 8 ampere, and also the modulation factor M is given. So after after having M 0.4 and IC 8, you can easily calculate your IT. Okay, this one also is simple math. The antenna current of an AM transmitter is 8 ampere when only carrier is sent, but it increases to 8.93 ampere when the carrier is sinusoidally modulated. Find the percentage of modulation. It's the same to the previous maths. Here, the antenna current is given without modulation, and antenna current is given also with modulation. Okay, that means if you want to transmit your carrier signal alone, the antenna current will be only 8 ampere. That means the antenna current is needs only 8 ampere. Again, whenever you will modulate your carrier signal with the audio signal, your antenna current will increases to 8.93 ampere. So you can use this equation IT by IC whole square 1 plus M square by 2. You see IT is given 8.93 and IC is given as 8. So you have to calculate your AM. So you can easily find this one. Okay, you can see this one also by yourself. Okay, 16.14.
আগেরও করে 16.13
Are you all listening me?
ফার্স্ট অঙ্কটা একটু প্রবলেম ছিল
ফার্স্ট অঙ্কটা আচ্ছা আমি যাচ্ছি
Hello, sir.
হ্যাঁ প্লিজ কন্টিনিউ
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, please, what is your question? Continue.
Sir, what is the difference between the normal carrier amplitude and the sideband power?
A normal carrier amplitude and the
Sideband power.
sideband. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. What is the difference between them?
Okay, okay. Okay. Mute yourself. All of you mute yourself because there are noise. Okay. What is the difference between carrier power and the sideband power? You see the equation of your amplitude modulated wave in the amplitude modulated wave. Okay. That means in the amplitude modulated wave, there are three frequencies. You see already. There are three parts in the equation. One is the EC cos omega ct. That portion represents only the carrier signal. And there are other parts MEC by 2 cos FC minus FST and MEC by 2 cos FC plus FST. So that two portions represent your sideband frequencies. That means if whenever you analyze your amplitude modulated wave, you will analyze that, you will get that your AM wave contains three frequencies. One is the carrier frequency, another one is the sideband frequencies. There are two sideband frequencies. One is the upper sideband and then is lower sideband. So that two sideband frequencies, that means that two signals is known as sideband signals. Okay. So that two sideband signal also has equation like this. You see, that means this is the final equation of amplitude modulated wave. So this one is the only carrier wave, and these two represents your sideband frequencies. That means this two represents another two signals in the amplitude modulated wave. In other words, you can say this one carrier signal, this one sideband signal, this one sideband signal. This total three signals comprises your amplitude modulated wave. Or in other words, you can say whenever you will break your amplitude modulated wave, you will get total three parts like this, and each portion has their separate power. Okay, this power, that means it depends on the amplitude EC. EC is the peak value, so you whenever you will want to calculate the power, you have to make this RMS value. That means EC divided by root is the RMS value. So this portion, this sideband portion also has some power, and it will also depends on the amplitudes. This is the amplitudes. You have to convert this amplitude first in the RMS value divided by root 2. This is also another sideband portions. These sideband portions has also some power. So there is a difference between the carrier power and the sideband power. The total power content in these two portions, that means in this upper sideband portion and this lower sideband portion, the total power contained in these two portions is known as sideband power, and the total power content in this carrier wave is known as the carrier power. And so what will be the total power? Total power will be the carrier power plus the upper sideband power plus the lower sideband power, and the two sideband powers at a time known as just sideband power. So sideband power means nothing but the power content in this portion and the power content in this portion, and you will see the total power of sideband powers will be very less compared to your carrier power. And also one thing, the information, that means the information we want to transmit through modulation or through the amplitude modulated wave is contained in this signal only, in the sideband frequencies. So whenever you transmit the AM wave, you have required a large amount of power because your carrier has a large amount of power. But this power is useless because your information is only contained in the sideband frequencies. But you have to also require some more power for this carrier wave transmission. So that's why this amplitude modulation is a low efficiency, because there are loss of more power, as there is no signal in the carrier wave, but you have to transmit this carrier wave and it contains more power. And the fast math, you have saying that fast math.
Yes, sir.
A fast math.
Sir, second line to sir, বুঝতে পারতেছি না।
This one, a carrier wave of
No.
500.
না স্যার এর পরে স্যার
এরপরে
মানে এর পরের ম্যাথটা আমি
this one,
হ্যাঁ স্যার এই যে এটা সেকেন্ড লাইনটা আর কি
this line.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
We know yes, in the final equation of amplitude modulated wave, you see there are three portions. So one is the carrier portion, and another is the sideband portions, right? Two sidebands, but two sidebands at a time. You can say just sideband. So what will be the total power? Total power will be power content in the carrier portion, power content in the two sideband portions, right?
Yes,
and in earlier case, you have already derived what will be your sideband portions power, half m square pc, because you already got it from here. You see.
Yes, sir.
This one, you see, PC, you have, if you comes from here, you see our carrier power is equal to, you can write this equation 1, total sideband power, you see, this one, because the portion, lower sideband, upper sideband. So total sidebands will be addition of the upper sideband power, lower sideband power. After that, you can get this one. So after derivation, you can get your equation PC is equal to this, PS is equal to this. After, if you get the ratio, so what will be the ratio? PS by PC is equal to half m square. That is, you can easily get your PS is equal to half m square PC.
Yes.
Or in other words, you can write PT is equal to PC 1 plus m square by 2. And you have to, you can easily get the ratio PT by PC, this one. And PT is the power in the amplitude modulated wave, and PC is the power in the carrier wave. And okay, just
Yes.
see in normal circuits, what will be the power loss? We can say I square R, right? I square R.
Yes. Yes.
If you say the amplitude modulated wave, that means there is amplitude modulation, and this total wave will be transmitted using an antenna. So what will be the power needed for transmitting this wave? You will get the total power is equal to I square R. I will be the total circuit current, and R will be the total circuit resistor R. So you can say PT is equal to IT square into R. IT is the total current in the antenna for transmitting your AM wave, and R is the total equivalent resistance of that antenna. So I square into R, or IT square into R. Again PC. So PC is the without modulation. Okay, that is PC means if you want to transmit your carrier signal only without modulation, because whenever the modulation is 0, that means you will transmitting your only your carrier signal. So at that time, what will be the antenna current? IC, what will be the antenna current? Suppose IC. So what will be the total power? That means if you want to transmit the carrier signal alone, the total power will be IC square into R. Same R is the total equivalent resistance of the antenna circuit. So IC square into R. So in the numerator, IT square into R. In the denominator, IC square into R. So you can eliminate R and R, because R is in the numerator, R is in the denominator. So only product remains is IT square and IC square.
Yes.
Okay, so similar thing will happen in the next math also, and same thing will get in the next also. It's similar. Okay.
Yes, sir. বুঝতে পারছি।
Okay, today I want to conclude here. Still now, if you have any problem, you can ask me today or later on, no problem. Okay. Just I urge you to study and to have a look on the books, because I have already provided it in your groups. Okay. Just have a look. Just have gone through the books, and if you do not understand, just ask me. It's interesting. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot take your physical class, but this course is interesting because it's in every day we are using modulation. Okay. Whenever I talk in mobile phone, I am using modulation, because there is a modulation happening. Because without modulation, you cannot think for wireless communication. So without modulation, we cannot even use in our technology. Okay. That means we are using internet. We are using internet modem. You see modem. You see here the name modem. Modem means modulation and demodulation. If you separate the modem, MODEM. MO means modulation, and DEM means demodulation. So modem is nothing but the modulation and demodulation. That means many of you may use modem for using your internet in your laptop. So that modem is nothing but the modulation and demodulation. So without modulation, you cannot think even a wireless communication. Okay, Mr. Fine. Pray for you and also pray for your teacher. Okay.
স্যার আমাদের পরীক্ষা কি অনলাইনে হবে?
Maybe there is a chance of your online exam. Okay, do not worry for your online exam, because why your teachers are there. Okay, your teacher will help you, no problem. You have to just appear, no problem. Okay, do not be afraid. Okay, why are we afraid? I do not know. You are the 21st century boys. Okay.
এটা কেমন পরীক্ষা হবে?
Actually, UGC will guide us. How can we take online exam? Okay, it doesn't matter about our only in our DIU university. UGC will give a guideline for taking online exam. How can we take online exam? It will be guided by the UGC, and you do not need to worry at all, because your teachers are there. Your teachers will tell you everything, and your teachers will assist you. Your teachers will help you in every respect. Do not worry about that. Just stay fine and stay calm. Okay. And throughout the world, USA, Sweden, throughout the world, there is no deprivation of no holidays for education for students. Okay, students are remain busy in their online studies in every countries of the world. Just only in our Bangladesh, we are lacking behind regarding our internet facilities, sir.
Yes.
Okay, do not worry, Shujan. Shujan side, do not worry. We'll help you. Okay, teachers will help you. How can we take your online exam? You just need to cooperate with us, nothing else.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Stefan. Hopefully see you on next Saturday, right?
স্যার
Yes, sir.
Yes,
স্যার
please.
স্যার আমাদের এই কোর্সটা স্যার আমাদের জব সেক্টরে কি অনেক বেশি ইম্পর্টেন্ট স্যার
Obviously, why not? Whenever you
আমাদের
go for
ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং
any,
জব সেক্টরে স্যার
whenever you go for any exam, engineering exam, I say any electrical exam, you must get your question from communication course. Okay. Obviously, in any exam, okay, I can assure you, I can guarantee it. In any exam, PDP, PCCP, DPDC, REP, or in any job exam, suppose you want to get a job in a factory, where there is a written exam. In every written exam, you will get 2 or 3 or 1 or 2 questions from the communication part. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Stefan, and I will, okay, listen, I will give you or I will teach you that topics particularly, very specially, when which topics is very important for you, for your exams, or for your government exams. Okay, because I know which topics is very important for your exam, from where the maths come. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, stay fine, stay tuned, and be happy. Do not be depressed, as in we are all in the quarantine days. Quarantine days is very depressing. Okay.
Sir, hello,
Stay-
sir.
Okay, okay, Engineer Mohammed, please continue. I'm listening to you. Please continue.
Sir, last class video, I think you
Okay,
forget.
today I will upload both today's class and the previous classes. Okay. Okay, I will upload it today. Okay. Stay fine. Bye. Allah Hafiz.
جعلنا معنا.
Assalamu alaikum.